Changing mixed numbers to improper fractions. This is going to be a prerequisite lesson to multiplying mixed numbers. Before jumping into changing mixed numbers to improper fractions, let's quickly review changing improper fractions to mixed numbers. Our first improper fraction that we're going to change is 43 halves. Remember, we used that trick of remembering to put the cowboy in the house. We're going to do that here to change this to a mixed number. 43 is in the top of our fraction, so he's going to go in the house. And of course, he leaves his horse outside. 2 into 4 fits in perfectly twice. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract, you get 0, and bring down that 3. 2 fits into 3 once without going over. Subtract, you have a remainder of 1. We know that 21 will be our whole number and that 1 is our numerator. We got that 1 from our remainder right here. And 2 will be our denominator, and that is just going to be the same denominator as what we started out with in the beginning, but also it's the number that we are dividing by. The mixed number equivalent to 43 halves is 21 and a half. Review example 2 of changing an improper fraction to mixed numbers. We have 48 ninths. We would put the cowboy in the house, 48 being our cowboy, leave his horse outside. 9 does not fit into 4, so 9 into 48 fits in 5 times without going over. 5 times 9 is 45. Subtract, we get 3. We have no other digits to bring down, so 3 will become our numerator and 9 our denominator. We are not finished yet. We know that 3 and 9 have a common factor of 3, so we divide by 3. And our simplified mixed number is 5 and 1/3. Now, it makes sense that if we are dividing to change an improper fraction to a mixed number, then in order to do the opposite operation rather than dividing, we should do the opposite of that, which is multiplying to change 5 and 1/3 to 48 ninths, and that's precisely what we're going to do. The steps for changing mixed numbers to improper fractions: 1. Multiply the whole number by the denominator. When you have that product, you're going to add that product to the existing numerator. And remember that the numerator is the top number. And then you're going to take that number and make it your new numerator. Your denominator will remain the same, just as when we are changing improper fractions to mixed numbers. Example 1. We're going to change 6 and 1/8 to an improper fraction. Step 1 tells us to multiply the whole number by the denominator. 6 times our denominator 8 gives us 48. Step 2 tells us that we need to add the product. So our product was 48 to the existing numerator. Our existing numerator is 1. So when you add those together, you get 49. Step 3 tells us that that number, 49, is your new numerator. So we're going to have 49 over, the denominator remains the same. Well, our denominator was 8. So our improper equivalent fraction to 6 and 1/8 is 49 eighths. Example 2. We're going to change 2 and 3/5 to an improper fraction. Step 1, we need to multiply the whole number times the denominator. 2 times 5 is 10. Step 2 told us that we need to add the product 10 and our current numerator, which was 3, to give us our new numerator. So 3 plus 10 is 13. 13 will be our new numerator. Our denominator stays the same, it's still 5. And so our improper fraction equivalent of 2 and 3/5 is 13/5. Example 3, we're going to change 10 and 7/9 to an improper fraction. Step 1, multiply our whole number times our denominator. 10 times 9 is 90. Add that product to the existing numerator, which is 7. 90 plus 7 is 97. Our denominator remains the same, what we started with, that was 9. Our improper fraction equivalent to 10 and 7/9 is 97/9. Try these 3 problems on your own. Pause the video, and when you have completed all 3, hit play and see how you did. Problem 1, 4 3/7. Multiply the whole number 4 times the denominator 7 to give you 28. Add that to the numerator 3. 28 plus 3 is 31 over the same denominator 7. 4 3/7 is equal to 31/7. Problem 2, your whole number times your denominator, 1 times 11 equals 11. Add that to your initial numerator, 4. 11 plus 4 is 15 over the original denominator, 11. 15/11 is your solution. Problem 3, 12 times the denominator 10 is 120. 120 plus the numerator 9 is 129. And keep the same denominator of 10. 129 tenths is your final answer, and you are finished.